Hello everyone, this is Breege and thank you for joining me today for another weekly cup of reflectivity where we are taking a look at the energies available to us at this time, how to make the best use of these energies and how to work through the potential challenges that may be coming up, and also how to deepen our sense of self-awareness and gain insights along our journey. And all of this through the lens of the Hebrew creation codes and fire letters. So let's jump right in here. Today, once again, we're working with Samech. And I actually did not feel like even pulling another letter today because there's so much beautiful energy that I am feeling from Samech and the message it has for us for this week. And overall, I don't know if you've been listening to my previous podcasts, but the energies have been really intense, and especially last week got really, really intense and busy. And what I'm feeling this week with Samech is a calming energy. Everything seems to be calming down, leveling out, and it's also a sense of rounding out and finishing up with old cycles. And I'm especially sensing a theme here of really healing and clearing out once and for all deep beliefs around feeling betrayed and abandoned by spirit, and the deep distrust issues that we may be carrying because of that. I am still sensing for this coming week a sense of continued inner work, focusing inward, and still working behind the scenes, although I also feel a lot of productivity here, things that are already starting to manifest in the outer world. However, I'm really being drawn here to this energy of protection that Samech offers us. We've talked about this in previous episodes because Samech has been with us for a while now. And the symbol of the letter Samech, which is the 15th letter, and so it's creation code 15 we're working with, and also Vav, 6, which is inherent in the code 15. So the symbolism for Samech is a circle, and it represents divine protection and trust in the divine. And that is what I am sensing here as the big offer for us this week. And I'm sensing this protection playing out on different levels. On one hand, I'm really feeling how we are contributing towards protecting our greater visions. Samech and Vav are all about soul creativity, receiving big inner visions from the higher realms and then helping to manifest them. And we can protect that energy by giving it a container and a structure and a focused attention for it to grow. And in the beginning stages, this might not yet be the time when we share too much of our vision and what we're working on with people that may not fully get what we're about yet. It's okay to share with those that you feel are supportive to you, have your back, and get your vision. But overall, it might still be a time to keep it inward so that we have the sense of safety. And it's also an energy of when we are giving ourselves this container for this vision that wants to grow in us and through us, we're helping the energy to concentrate, to accumulate, and to build, which to me really feels like a sense of increased abundance, increasing our abundance, first on the energetic realm, but then it can lead outward and call in abundance on all levels, whether that is through support, which is also a theme of Samech, which we have been talking about, receiving support, opportunities landing on our laps, doors opening up, energy starting to flow, as well as, of course, financial abundance. So that is one level of protection where we create our own container structure and focused commitment to our projects. All of these themes that we have been talking about for a while now. The other level at which I am sensing this beautiful protection coming in and really holding us, surrounding us, infusing us with this divine love and support is through timing. And I'm feeling here that this is an invitation to more than ever really trust in divine timing and trust that if something is not happening yet, it's not quite time yet. If maybe something we are really wanting to happen is not happening, it may not be the right situation or the right person. Or again, not the right time for this connection, this relationship, this circumstance to play out. So it's very much about trusting in the divine, and we will get deeper into that here because I do feel that this is the biggest theme here this week for us to really, really look at, to finish out that old cycle of distrust. But sticking with this energy of protection, feeling here the energies are really available for us to help us with our inner evolution, with our soul growth, our self-reflection, deepening insights. All of that is available to us if we take this impulse to go inward and really keep working with what is rising to the surface right now. And especially since the energies have been revving up so much and really is getting intense. Well, there is so much happening possibly already in our outer lives, whether energy is pushing us already towards more productivity. It will necessitate balancing out the inner with the outer, being fully present with what is going on in our inner worlds, as we are constantly being stimulated and possibly triggered by what's going on in the outer world. So I'm really, really feeling this increase in energy towards productivity, focused creativity, again, receiving those soul creations, those visions, those ideas from the higher levels, and to start bringing them into manifestation. It's making it easier for us now to stop procrastinating and also to find the courage to take risks, to take those next steps, because there's a sense of truth that is landing as we are receiving these insights. And again, all leading us back to trust. So let's talk about that theme of potential distrust that we might still have. That might show up in different ways. Procrastination being one, insecurities, uncertainties, doubts, self-doubt, nervousness, anxiety. So listen to yourself, to your inner emotions, to your body talk. How's your body speaking to you? Are you feeling tension anywhere? Nervousness anywhere? Are old physical symptoms perhaps recurring? I've been dealing with a low backache that I haven't had in years. That's been resurfacing. So all of these are messages that we would do well to listen to and take inward and research what they're telling us. Because it's time now to really step up into full co-creation with Spirit. That is what we're really up against right now. This major sense of up-leveling or quantum leaping, if whatever you want to call it, where we're stepping into the next phase of our calling. And that is bringing up deep, long-held remnants of any sense where we just do not trust ourselves and we do not trust Spirit. And we can go off on our little ego tangents, trying to control what's happening in our lives because of this lack of trust. And this might take a little while to get to, that sense of deep betrayal and abandonment, because it may not be fully obvious, because most likely a big part of you is already fully in alignment with that bigger vision and really feels supported by Spirit and really feels the energy because they have been so prominent for us. And yet this is the deep clean, finishing out old cycles, rounding out, coming back full circle so that we can start this new cycling and spiraling on the higher levels with a clean slate. And this makes me think of the messages we received in the last 2 podcasts. One gave us the image of a task force where we're all being placed in our correct positions and we're just waiting for the go signal. And this task force has this bigger overview, this spiritual higher vision of what needs to happen, who needs to come together, when things need to happen, and we're all players and pieces of the puzzle in this big overall goal that we're working towards together. But each and every one of us individually may not have the full picture. We don't know who else is involved in all of this and how it all needs to play out. Another image I got last week was that of standing behind the curtains just waiting for your roll call until you can step out onto the stage and finally step into the role that you have been preparing for your whole life, and the nervousness that's coming with it. And so what I'm getting at here is that if we do not have that trust in that higher executive order in our task force or in the director of the play, and we constantly keep doubting their higher judgment, their better judgment, and the directives that they give us, then we might feel tempted to take over and try to force a way through. And we may think that we have a good idea, but what we don't know is if it fits in with a higher plan. So if you're out on stage and you're suddenly thinking, well, this is not a good line, I think my character should really say this now. It might throw off the whole production, because now your team players have to start improvising, and who knows what's going to happen here. And the whole energy and flavor of the play might be completely changed. Same with the task force. If we're all just like, okay, I think it's time now. I've been waiting for long enough. I need to take action because I'm getting really antsy here. And we just barge ahead with what we think our task is. We might screw up the whole timing. And of course, we never really do, but we might make it more difficult and challenging for ourselves. And we might delay the outcome here. So again, this sense of deep trust And working in union with spirit to co-create together is really of importance here for us to focus on and to discern where we may not fully trust yet, where we do not have that higher faith in a higher power. And this can be a very emotional time when we come to realize that we don't feel supported, that we do not feel protected, that we feel completely alone and abandoned. Because these can be deeply held pain points that we've been really good at glossing over or not experience fully. So if you're feeling this coming up with a lot of emotionality and pain, please embrace it. Please lean into it and please go deeper so that you can start healing that rift. Because it is all about coming into full and complete alignment with our source self, our higher self now. So be honest here. There is a sense of needing to be really, sometimes brutally honest with ourselves about how we are truly feeling when we stop being so busy all the time. We take time out to go inward. And also look at any self-sabotaging habits and patterns that we might still be running to block our full energy flow. And to really bring all of our inner voices, all of our inner parts and inner players onto the same page. And what I mean by that is all of our fragmented aspects that are still operating from some old stories and beliefs, some old inner wounds that they're trying to cover up, or they're trying to protect themselves. And that is typically causing a lot of different voices clamoring and opposing one another. And that is that energy of self-sabotage, because we may have a whole set of really strong horses in front of a cart, but if they're all trying to go in different directions, it's not going to take us anywhere. So we have to line up our beautiful team of powerful horses, our inner bits and pieces, our inner family, our inner tribe, and communicate with them and make sure they all feel heard and they all feel safe and they all feel like they are part of this greater team and that they all do actually want to go in the same direction and why. And that takes some time. That's the whole inner healing, inner child healing, shadow work, whatever you want to call it. So please do take time for that. It is really crucial because that is the preliminary stage for bringing our visions into manifestation. We have to have our horses pull in unison. We have to have all of our inner voices speak up together and work towards our unified goals. When I'm tuning into Samech here, it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful energy. To me, I'm getting this sense of a dreamer. It's a very sweet and innocent energy. It's a very high vibrational energy. Samech is the stage where we are dreaming in the higher realms, where we are receiving our inspirations, our greater visions, our go signal, if you will, our mission. And then Vav, creation code 6, helps to bring this dream vision into reality, helps us manifest it. So creation code 6 is powerful and practical and down to earth, and it gets things done. It's not an energy that I would call sweet, but Samech, I'm really, really tuning in right now into the sweetness of it, the innocence of it. So take time to dream as well and listen to that. And then allow the impulse to carry you out and forward. Be courageous in stepping out and lean into your faith of a higher divine plan, a higher divine timing, and a higher divine support that's there for you. This support has been coming up lately, and that very much is showing up for us now in our outer world, in the form of team players that might be coming on board. People, situations, circumstances, opportunities that help you grow and ground in towards your bigger goals. And once again, we still need to learn to let it in, because some of us have been really on a solo journey for a long, long time. And now we are at the point where we're coming out of this inner growth, everything that we have learned throughout life, typically through a lot of challenges, difficulties, heartbreaks. And that's the cycle we're now finishing out. Now it's time that we're stepping up and share what we have learned, the wisdom we have gained, anything that we have to contribute now to an even larger part of humanity on an even greater scale. That's what we're working with now. So get ready. Keep clearing out any old remnants and be ready for that go signal. We've already received it, but there's another level where we really are going to be called into the limelight, into the spotlight. So gather your faith, your courage, and be ready for it. And enjoy this calm, beautiful sense of dreaming that is inviting us right now. To just breathe deeply, let go of any excess energies that we may have been dealing with the last few weeks, and just nurture and nourish the inner world. All right, everyone. I hope you really enjoyed this. I am enjoying the energy that I'm sensing here, and I'm really looking forward to embracing it and just reveling in it, luxuriating in it. Because I don't know about you, but I need this calmer energy coming in now. It has been intense for me, really, really intense. And my nervous system has been a little bit on overload and overwhelmed. So I'm welcoming this calmer time that we're being offered here. Okay, enough for now. Thank you for being with me till the end. And if you're interested, I will see you again next week. Take care, everyone.